clean stainless. Look at that big old money tray. Thing's huge. That's for big monies. And I got a pretty big hand. So that's for grabbing big money, you know what I mean? Because I seen them, the ones I seen were only about so small for little money. This is like two-hand money here. All right, I think that was Maddie. We're getting it done. Our extruded. And the cash cakes, as people like saying. They like saying that.
What was it? Money cakes?
That's money. We'll get it before we got some insulated wire and some stainless. Some air sealed units, compressors. Let's do it.
This will slide around. I can put it in the cab.
Yeah, well, we might be able to put some heavy stuff behind it. We got heavy totes, those motors.
Ooh, yeah. Look at all of that. Would you look at that?
Look at all that. Would you just look at it? Look at it right there.
I know I keep coming back to it all the time, and it's like my main montage and all this, but this was just trash.
Keeping the earth green, putting a little green in our pockets. That's not bad, that's not bad. Yeah, motors, this thing. I did the same thing. I did the same thing, that's why mine are cut. Kappa.
Think we can get that out there real quick?
Yeah. What is it, cast or?
I think it's cast.
Yeah. We gotta get that stuff loaded. I don't really have a bucket for all that yet. I got some started.
And this is all steel.
Well, we got a lot of casts. And you just save that back for some other time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. All right. I want copper going over there. Oh snap, the battery's about to die, but I'm in charge of the red gold. We got some flat boys right here. We got flat boy kappas. We got some windings. And then in the front seat here, I threw in all the insulation. We're gonna do that weigh test and see if it was worth, you know, the bright copper pay towards the insulated pay. I got the cast aluminum in there. We're running out of juice here real quick, Maddie. We got copper held down by some sealed units, stainless, extruded, money cakes.
Money cakes.
And brassy copper. Look at that gold. Gold is golden. Gold is golden up in there. Oh man, we got some motors. I know people are gonna be like, oh, you should have extracted that copper. I know I should have, but we didn't.
I don't.
We're gonna extract that money.
It's one of them things you have to weigh it out, like you were talking about. Did you grab your bright copper?
Yeah, it's in the blaze.
Very nice.
It's in the blaze. We got a dirty brass. We got our insulated. And yeah, you're right, man. I mean I mean, really, it depends on how much copper is.
Right.
You know, if the copper's up, then it's worth it. But right now, copper ain't really that up.
And time is money, you know. Like people don't think about that, and it don't start at the breakdown. It don't start at loading it up here. It starts dragging it here, getting it here, and you got to pay yourself.
Like all that wire, you all seen it just fell right into my lap. I can't strip it all. Same with these motors, really. I get a few at a time. I'm like, okay, I'll break these down, but by the time I get to break them down, I already got another 12 motors. You know what I mean? That's how we do it. We're gonna get the straps on and head out to Shelbyville. Got my wallets. We got our keys. Lock and load. Matty Scraps just told me M&T metals is still a thing. I like that. I like that, Matty Scraps. Keep that thing going, man. 325.44 for the day. That was some heavy stuff going on. All right, so the experiment. Was it worth stripping that wire? It's 41 pounds of Bear Bright I stripped until I couldn't strip no more. It took me 3 hours. Which is a long time, you know, and I'm pretty good at it. I've been stripping that wire for a long time, and I'm pretty fast at it. Now, that didn't include, you know, the time it took me to cut all that down from the drop ceiling, because I cut a lot of that down, and I probably spent another good 3 hours cutting it down and bringing it home. There was basically 1.5 55-gallon drums full of it is what I brought home. I spent about 3 hours cutting it. So what I did was just start the time when I drug it into the dungeon and started stripping it. Took me 3 hours, okay? Kept all the insulation, put it in a bag. It was almost half a 55-gallon bag full of insulation, 20 pounds of it. I weighed it on their scale. The guy looked at me like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "What's in there?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's just insulation. I'm doing an experiment." And it was 20 pounds of insulation. So it would have made that 41 pounds of Bear Bright 61 pounds if I didn't cut all that insulation off, right? And I was really surprised. They were paying $1 a pound. So it would have made it $61. And I got paid, I think, $78 for the Bear Bright for the 41 pounds. So you do the math. That's like $13 to $18 more for my 3 hours at work. Is that worth it? It ain't worth it to me. It might be worth it to some folk out there. Not knocking anyone who wants to strip that wire. Go ahead, make that money. But to me, that's not worth it, man. I mean, if copper was up, then yeah, yes. And I thought this for quite a few years. You know, actually, Scrap Kingdom mentioned it, and that's when I started thinking about it about 3 years ago. It's like, why even strip the wire, you know, when you can use that time to go look for more wire? Well, I understand now, buddy. And this is when the copper was up, you know, 2 something out, you know, it was like 2 something a pound. I think it was like $2.25, $2.35 a pound. This is when it was up. Now it's $1.95 a pound. And I heard it's even lower now. So there's my experiment. Stripping the wire is not worth it these days, but if you want to go ahead and do it. There's all kinds of tools out there to help you. Snobby, I know you sent me a tool to help me strip the wire, and I really appreciate it, but honestly, I think I'm done with stripping the wire. Even the big cables, even the big cables. One cat said, if anything bigger than my pinky is what I'll strip. I'm still not even thinking about stripping that wire. I'll just throw it in a number 1 insulated, you know. That's what we'll do. So there's that experiment. It was good. For my knowledge. It was bad knowing what it is, but it's good for my knowledge. Look, I got done cutting the grass, everybody. I was out cutting the grass. I got it all over my faces and in my teeth and whatnot. I could see it in the video. That grass was just flying all over me. Okay, on with the vid. We made some room and a mess, but we made some room in the old scrap shack, everybody. Look, we can even walk over here all the way to the tub. If you stinky, then go take a bath and do what you like. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing up in here, what I like. So we can walk over here now. And we kind of walk over here. Still got some stuff to sort through. Keepers to resale items to scrap it up. Stuff. Yeah, I don't have a heart to scrap these out, man. I took the brake lever off. It was aluminum. I had the heart to scrap it, the brake lever, but the handlebars, I don't have the heart to, you know, scrap them out. So we're keeping them just in case. Come across the beach cruiser. Look, we can even walk over here to over there, kinda. We can walk over there to over here, kinda. We're getting there. This is the other heavy-duty dolly, man. I got to get a wheel for that, man. I had this thing forever, but I'm not getting rid of it. It's like a $200 dolly. I found it in the rent-a-center trash can. Well, $180, I think. It was $179. $179.99 online. So if you bought it at a store, it'd be a little more, of course. I think the bearded diver's at my house. That's what we got so far. That's what we got left. So definitely looks a lot better, but they were just across the street. Over there, they knocked the garage down. Pretty cool. Alright, I'm not going to retire the tower. I'm going to take her down. Right now we're importing some stuff off the disc. And this disc has some GoPro footage on it. Then I'm going to put some prints on here. The Dumpster Jerry prints on here. So when we hook up the new setup, make sure the GoPro video works on it first. That's what we were thinking, which I think the new computer has all specs. We both checked. We think it's a good. We think it's a go, and it might be a go. So right now we're just getting ready to shut it down. But yeah, I'm not going to retire this. What I'm going to do is hook it back. I'm going to hook it upstairs after I give it a good cleaning. Open it up and clean it. Put it upstairs, not hooked up offline. And I'll use this for all our secret codes and backups and anything else I want to put on there. It's got a terabyte. So I'll just go through it and wipe out all the junk and just use it for storage. Like, we got a lot of junk. There's a lot of movies on here. Just get rid of all that and use the terabyte for storage for the passwords, because I tend to forget all my passwords, you know. So that's what we'll do. It's almost done. Jesse got school today, starting at 9:45, but we got some lessons about to go get him. He's upstairs watching YouTube or whatever. We'll print out some spelling words. Haha. Print out spelling words. Cool. About done. So I'm going to show you all what's been going on. So I think actually I already had this video, all this stuff here. It's like 8 videos uploaded on here already, but I'm just doing it again, and we're going to play a video and show you all what it's doing. This thing's about 11 years old, this computer. So when I looked it up on YouTube, basically they were saying that the computer was old in the way the GoPro compresses files. The way it compresses files is just, this ain't fast enough. This is just not fast enough, so it makes sense. Spelling words are done. What was taking a long time. And also from Mama McKee, we got this wireless keyboard and mouse Valentine's gift. Was gonna hook it up on this thing, and then was talking to another cat about the new computer, so we held that off unboxing until we get the other one hooked up. Then I could be in the key, and then I could be over here eating my SpaghettiOs, you know, typing in comments and replying back to comments. Let's try this next one. There we go. That's it. Then it'll smooth out for a minute. Looking all nice. There we go. Cool. Sent off what I wanted here. Who did? Who did? It's got the all my logos, Dumpster Jerry logos, and then a couple other little things I've been working on, some projects. Sent to the files. Cool. We got some mail going out to the fam out there, the family. Tim lift rig, just for fun. You know, brighten up his day there. He's not going to expect that. He's going to actually get this before, you know, he sees the video. Jesse Davis, boom, bought some decals. Cool. Anybody want to buy decals? $2 for the big ones, $1 for the small one. You can send it to my PayPal, I guess, or you know, we can work out, you know, if you want to send a check or whatever. I just pay stamps is all we need for shipping. They come in the envelope, and I can send off a few with one stamp, so the shipping is basically 78 cents. And then oh yeah, Nick Mad, right on, 3rd place, 10-10. Let's write that on there, 10-10, Nick Mad. Right on. And I taped up a hole on the back and the front too. There's a flat boy. That's a flat boy in there. Couple stamps. I threw a couple stamps on there. It should take care of that. So boom. Wait for the mail lady to come through. I'll hear Bello barking at her, so I'll just go out there and we'll do a little exchange there. Oh, lemon pledge. The monitor is HDMI. That's so cool. I know that's probably old. That's probably old news. That's a first for me though. HDMI monitor cable. Awesome. The mount. More the monitor mount. Power cords. Power cords. Wrapped up very, very nice. I'll be saving the bubble wrap too. Oh wow, that's cool. Holy cow, that's cool. Boy, that's like, that dude is bad. That bad boy bad. That bad boy is bad. Oh man, that bad boy bad.
My kid's only 2, so I don't know. I haven't made that decision yet. Alright, If I Ran the Zoo was published in 1950. It is the first recorded instance of the word
3/4/2020, 6:09 a.m. Who wants to go dumper diving? I do. See a bunch of wire up there and a bunch of light fixtures here. All right, let's get in there. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, both my lights are running out, my headlamps. Oh, that thing's heavy. Almost feels like I have a flat tire. And that's what I was thinking yesterday, that I had a flat. But the tires are up. I wasn't kidding, Koontz. We had dishes in the sink. And since you popped in on my live, I got to do the dishes. Big old jackhammer thing going on over there. Tearing up the concrete where the garage used to be. That's what I picked up this morning out of that dumpster. Not bad. Not bad. Sit, meow mix, sit. Meow. That's a good pussy.